Fuck, I'm muted! Ohashima, konshima, jiri jiri, it's your kingshima. I'm a professional streamer. This is part of my act. This was on purpose. It's on purpose. I was just kidding. I totally didn't fall asleep by accident last night and forget to make a post about my stream. But yeah, it was on purpose. Konshima. You thought you could get us with the heart is seriously Jama. Like, I need to get rid of that heart somehow. Yeah, you thought you could get us with that test, Kingshima. Yeah, it was a test. It was a test. I was testing all of you. See? Yeah, look, you guys could point out that I'm muted. See, that's part of a loyalty test. Was she supposed to sleep at night? I did sleep at night. I was sleeping at night. I just accidentally fell asleep before I was planning to. Lately, I don't know. I don't know. I've been so tired lately. Maybe it's because I'm anemic. I don't know. I've just been really tired lately. Or maybe, I don't know, it's a mix of things. I feel like it's getting really hot. And then like I haven't fully recovered from like last week, like going out all the time and stuff. And then like I'm behind on work as well. But I'm also kind of sleep deprived. I think I still blame it on like staying up until like 6 AM that day. I still haven't recovered from that. And my sleep schedule now is like really fucked. Like I've been sleeping at 4 AM and waking up at 10 AM lately. It's really bad. And then I'm like behind on work as well. So I'm like, I need to catch up on work. And then I end up taking like a nap from like in the middle of the day, which is really bad as well. So I'm like extra tired and extra behind. But I need to get back on schedule. I got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine, Shimas. King needs a staycation. I just need like a day where I do nothing. Like a day where I just like I don't have to go anywhere. I'm just like at home and in my Shima castle where I don't have to do anything and I just sleep. Yeah, you know what? Like, this weekend's gonna be ultra busy as well. Like, I have like 3 concerts to go to this weekend. I'm going to Yuma's lives in Yokohama? Yokohama dakke? No, it's Makuhari Messe. And then this other Seiyu, Sakata Ryuichiro's like mini live in like a live house. Yeah, and then I'm also going to my friends like dinner kind of like house party kind of thing. So I don't know how I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna be extra tired next week, but it's okay. I got this. It's fine. Yeah and also lately I feel like I've just been missing my friends a lot. I miss Yuna. I also miss like my other friends as well from like different areas of the world. It'd be like that. Yeah, I'm going through my emo phase lately, but it's fine guys. I got this. I'm fine. But yeah, I feel like though, I get so much more energy when I stream. Yeah, sentimental Shima, busy King Shima, it'd be like that. But yeah, I feel like I get a lot of energy from streaming though. Like, even when I was kind of like down yesterday, but then I started watching my own streams. I started watching my radio stream, and I was like, man, I feel so much better now. I don't know why. I like watching my own streams now. It's really weird. Like I went from not being able to watch my own streams or like stand my own voice to like watching my own streams, and like once I start watching I can't stop. And then I'm like, man, I'm so entertaining. Man, I'm so fun. It's really weird. I feel better when I listen to myself. But yeah, I really do enjoy streaming. So even though it's like, sometimes I'll be like, man, I can't be bothered streaming today. I can't be bothered. But then like once I start streaming, it's like, yeah, I feel so much better. I love King. I love you too, Helen. Probably the only VTuber I know who's fallen in love with their own streams. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, my streams aren't perfect, but I just like watching them. We wake up at the same time now. Are we meant for each other? Okay. I think Yuna's sleep schedule is a bit fucked right now. Is it a good thing? Is it a good thing? I'm a bit in love with myself sometimes. I don't know. Like, you know how people, I'm sure everyone goes through the same thing where it's like sometimes like you look at yourself in the mirror and like, I'm the most beautiful person alive, and then other times it's like why do I have friends? Well, it's like similar with streaming, I guess. Like sometimes I'll listen to my own voice and I'll be like, this is fucking disgusting. And then other times I'll be like, wow, I'm so funny and entertaining. I love myself. But I feel like for me it's mostly the latter, to be honest. Yeah, to be honest, most of the time it's like, wow, I'm the best. I'm the best streamer alive. Why am I not more popular? Yeah, so I think I'll stream for a long time because I just love myself. Even if nobody likes my streams, I like my own streams. Yeah, you're number one. Thank you. Yeah, so today we'll be playing Ace Attorney, but before I play Ace Attorney, wait, is there anything else I want to say today? I feel like there's not a lot of stuff. Oh, yesterday I went to eat Louisiana. I still don't know what the proper word for this is. Food from Louisiana. Louisianian? Louisianian? Louisian? I had some American food last night. Cajun. No, I'm talking about like food from a particular. I'm talking about food from Louisiana. Would you call someone from Louisiana Louisianan? Or Louisian? Louisianian? Anyways, I don't know what the word is for it, but I had food from the south of the US. But it was really, really yum. It was good. I had like the spicy chicken. What's it called again? Nashville hot chicken. It was pretty hot, to be honest. Like after the first one, I was like crying. Like tears were coming out of my eyes, but it was still yum. It was really, really good. And then like after the first one, after like 1.5 of the chickens, for some reason afterwards, like I took a little bit of a break, and then like after I had that and I finished like the last like half, it wasn't spicy anymore. Like the last like 1.5 weren't spicy anymore. I don't know if I just like built up a tolerance over like 2 hours, but like yeah, now I'm strong. And then careful past what have I been doing? I feel like it's just been mostly like work and like sleeping and not doing much. But yeah, I'm back on the grind. I'm back. King Shima's back. And I will continue streaming and doing my usual stuff. Let's play. Oh shit, I need to open Ace Attorney. Let's continue playing Ace Attorney today. I need to open it first. Ace Attorney. I wonder if we'll be able to finish episode 2 today. Probably not. It's taking like a really long time, actually. It's taking way longer than I expected. Man, I'm so cute. So just looking at myself, I'm like, Matt, I'm so beautiful. My mother. Is there supposed to be a trial? Just figuring out the mystery. I feel like this time, cause we're at sea, I don't think we can have a trial. You are the cutest. Thank you. I'm cute and handsome. So I'm just looking at myself, my own model. I'm just like, wow, I'm so beautiful. Maybe it's because it's been a few days since I last streamed, so it's like, man, I'm so beautiful. If you're so cute though, where are your references for drawing? It is there. I just need to tag it to my latest what's it called? My schedule. I forgot to do that. I need to upload Yomi's drawing in high quality as well. But yeah, it will be. I will include it. If you go to my previous schedules and you scroll to the bottom and the thread, you can find it as well. But I'll post it. Do you get the death penalty for calling yourself cute? No, I can call myself cute. I can call myself cute, but you guys can't. Unless you're Yuna. But what was it? Yeah, okay. I got it. Let's start. Let's game, gamers. Yeah, wait, hold on with my game. Hold on a sec. Oh, there it is. There it is. Why is there no music? Oh my god, wait! Guys, what? Is the reason why there's been no BGM for my previous 2 streams? Is it because I turned the BGM off? No way, actually. No way, actually. That might be the reason why. Or did I turn it off on purpose? No, surely. No. I don't think I did that. I don't think I was that stupid. No, I think I turned the BGM off. No, it wasn't on purpose. I turned it off by accident. I thought... Yeah, you guys failed the BGM test. I believed in you guys. Shimas. You guys can do better than this. How could you fail the BGM test? Oh my god. For the past 2 or 3 streams, I've been streaming this game without BGM and I've been thinking to myself wow, why did they get rid of the BGM? It felt so strange without the BGM, man. You're so cute and also so no, this is part of my... It was a test. It was a test of my Shimas. We'll pass the next test, King Shima. Yeah, you guys need to try harder next time. Oh my god, it feels so much better with the music. I was like, something's missing. Why is there no BGM? That's so strange. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. What are we up to again? Hate this poser. So, cast your eyes down to the wrists again. What? You've done it again! Your handcuffs are gone! Where'd they go? I can't do different voices, they all sound the same. Fear not, I shall see you restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave him off. Also, is the BGM not too loud? Is it okay? Now everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sharms is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. I wonder if there's a BGM for this part actually. Can't even hear it from my... Really? Do I need it to be louder? Is this better? Oh my gosh, there was a BGM for this part as well. Yeah, that's so much cooler. Is it too loud now? It's too loud for me. Hold on a second. How do I make it less loud for myself? Could be a little lower. Okay. Is this okay? Is this okay? Whatever. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. She does have a pain expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sharms has quite read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? She's looking at her hand. Maybe did she break her wrist? Let's take a moment. And really look closely, very closely at Miss Pavlova. Aching heart. What else is her wrist? Oh, she's got scratches on the back of her hand. It's a claw. Oh, Naruhodo-san, look, that looks like a very painful wound. It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently too. Yeah, it must be like, I don't think it's a snake then, it's probably like a cat or something. Oh, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Left side, right side, I think it's a scratch. Hi! Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. What does smarting with pain even mean? I've never heard that used that way before. Who uses smart that way? In what's up, mercenary Bedujima? Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night? Who scratched you? Ah. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. Oh my god. And it is that very pain that evidences your inexcusable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Who does the translations for this, honestly? Like, what does portentous mean? Portentous? Why, naturally, it was this friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? As I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Apparently it's Old English when you say something smart. Oh, okay. I guess that fits the time period then. Seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, isn't it? Ha. Except snakes don't have claws, do they? Ha, why is that ha in Korean? Hi Kingshima in chat, didn't know you were gonna stream. Yeah, I'm sorry, I fell asleep last night and I forgot to make a link. It was on my schedule though, but I forgot to post and make a link. My bad. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. You never know, what is that like, that snake creature with like wings and stuff? What do you call that? Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? It could be a chimera. Hi Uncle Regima. Because I saw that you can speak Korean. Yeah, okay. What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze now to hold us on. All this about the deduction. I can't even read. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying, the chat. I have to do the deduction. Yeah, we have to do the deduction thing. I fixed the BGM though. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. I think there must be something else. Where is it? Oh look, there was a fucking picture here the whole time. I can't believe this. Bro. It's literally a picture of her with a cat. Oh, look at the photograph in this frame. This is like kids. This is a game for kids. This is a game for people with low IQ. She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true, but personally, it's a little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. It's so cute. It's an anime cat. Maybe we'd better take a closer look at this. The little kitten. Let's present. Hi! Spy Fox over Ace Attorney, honestly. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes it abundantly clear. Oh no. Why did he do that turn? He's getting caught up in this. The whereabouts of his black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Oh my gosh, he's got Riz. What's that little grin? Ah! The pointy finger. He's like that dog, the actually dog. You remember the nerdy looking dog photo on Twitter? Daka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Daka would appear to be a Russian blue. Oh my gosh, that's kind of racist. And yet that fact leaves us in a quandary. Russian blues aren't even blue. Why are they called Russian? Binami, exactly. Oh no, genki desu ka? Genki desu. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas regrettably... the specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give them, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. What the hell's a quandary? Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be a snake's loud skin. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. If she just lifted it in her pocket, no one would have ever known. Oh yes, ploys like that are Mr. Shrom's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I don't think so. I thought deduction was a specialty, or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? What is it? What is it? Nani kore? No, what is the thing in the middle? Oi! Oi, how do I... Well, it's speckled and it is a band, but it's the Star-Spangled Banner. It seems to be soft and fluffy, a long piece of cloth of some sort. And it looks like a handle at one end. A cat's toy? I see. This sort is common in the West. What do Japanese people use in? How's that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. It's a cat toy. Aww. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them, and they pounce to catch it. Haha, that sounds positively adorable. Cat's toy. I present to you a cat's toy. Hey! Yes, the thing you're trying but failing to conceal is a cat's toy. So notori there. Why does he just go along with it? He's not even like, no, that's a snake skin. He's just like, yeah, you're so right, buddy. Precisely, in the true nature of this now infamous speckled band. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. It's so lame but so cool. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? Hey, why are you smoking? My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After a feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, was the cat's toy! Is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Daka. Yeah! A truly troublesome feline young Daka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. The photograph of Miss Pavlova and Daka has been entered into the court record. Where is Daka? It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Oh god. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. The cat was the murderer this whole time. Can't believe it. Daka, she is so naughty. The intruder's identity, a beloved kitten. Solved! Sasuga ore! I'm so smart. Hee hee hee. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. Yeah, a kitten would commit murder? Yeah, exactly. A kitten, he got killed by a kitten. How did this young man lose his life and why? According to the data of which I've been apprised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. What Mr. Strom says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body. Kazuma-sama. Kazuma-sama. That's right. But Mr. Strom seems unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. Where is that? The post. Oh. Koreda! Hi! In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. I guess I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Did he get strangled by a snake? Seaman, Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury was out. Anyways, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. It's so hard to read. Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. See, the cat did it. The cat was a murderer all along. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Daka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. You know, I feel so much better with BGM. Dude, it felt so lame without it. It felt like something was missing. Like, I feel like I have so much more, like, what do you call it, energy now. I suppose, like, it's more like, what do you call it? Man, BGM makes such a big difference. I can't, I can't believe I played, like, what, like 3 hours of this game without BGM. Sasuga? Sasuga nani? The spin. It's possible that he had fallen and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Oh yes, a bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, you just don't know that side of him. I knew he was clumsy. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? I'm actually so sad that Kazuma died. Wait, hold on. You don't know. I feel like Daka could have like pounced on him or something. Had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. Could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke. If he actually died by accident, I'm gonna kill myself. No, I won't. But like, I'll be really sad. If Kazuma died by accident, that's terrible. Imagine if he actually died by accident. That's dumb. Cervical spine injury. Mark on the floor. これかな? Yeah, I think it's this. これだ! Hey! Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. If it is an accident, maybe there's no reason to declare us guilty, but still, it feels like, I don't know, it's lame. If the cause of death is an accident, it's like, why'd you die, Kazuma? You're dumb. You just died because you were stupid. What's lamer, dying by accident or a ninja cat snapped his neck? I think a ninja cat snapping your neck is kind of cooler. I think dying because he fell over is stupid. Imagine dying because he fell over. Shoe polish. Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of— wait, why? Oh, sorry, you're not British. The color of the polish design is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Sogi's laced leather shoes. You need to stop being so smug. Oh, but it kind of looks good like this. Looking at this mark. What is this, by the way? Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Sogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Why do you say Mr. Sogi? It's your friend. Please no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Binami, please stop that. Suffering is so funny. It's so good. I'm gonna use that from now on. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. No! I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? He does it fully serious as well. That's so funny. What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Sogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. Maybe I should change up my expression. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I forgot. Where's my history? What? I didn't read it. What are you doing with that? That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true. I refuse to accept that he's so stupid. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what's happened. But... and if this part of Mr. Shorum's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. Why are we double teaming this poor girl with Chuny poses? It's part of a deduction. You have to, if you're not Chuny, you can't, you know, like, The more tuning, the higher the IQ. What has she been trying to hide? Tiara? Oh, somebody appears to have dropped 20,000 rubles here. Oops, I just accidentally dropped 20,000 pounds here. Oopsies. In fairness, Rusty, she called Naruhodo the murderer, and Pavlov was the one who broke the big pit rule. Oh, that's true. That's true. She called me a murderer. That's right. Anyways. Has been placed. I'm starting to sound like Mr. Sholmes. Stop trying to sound like the great detective. Sorry, I'm starting. It'll be funny if he gradually gets like a British accent as well. Like the longer he spends with Mr. Sholmes. What else is there? Waste space. Let's look inside the trash. This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first class cabins have them. But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Oh ho ho! What do we see? We see the second half. We see the other half. Oh my gosh. My genius deduction. I knew it. Hello, Ohashima. It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. That looks familiar. Perhaps it's more than just your mind simply playing tricks on you. We're developing a Kiwi accent the more we watch you. That would be funny if that happened though. This one! Koreda! Hi! That's right. Wait. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket! Ah! Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object. It would seem one that has familiar air, in fact. That's that! This is pose. No, but this side profile is really nice, actually. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. That's that. Hi, Richard likes my streamer. I wonder when I'll get in a work meeting with a Kiwi accent. That's funny. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. When did you guys touch the evidence? You shouldn't be touching the evidence. He does it so seriously though. Like when he does like the cringe Chunibyo poses, he does it so seriously. Oh no. So Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Yeah! You're well acquainted with this glass barrel, are you not? I know what it is! It's the cat's barrel! I don't know, and that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl! Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Wow, you're really just leaving me with this, huh? Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be... Koreda! Hey! If you look at this photograph, you can clearly... This game is for kids. This game is actually for kids. This is such a dumb game. I'm kidding, but it's so easy because I'm smart. Hanging from the darkest collar. The very glass barrel in question. I should really be a detective or something. Maybe it's time to change jobs. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly auspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend, Daka! Ohashima noise Tascado. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Death by tripping over a cat. That is dumb. That's rather stupid, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed in my friend Kazuma. I can't believe he would die just from tripping over a cat. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm no longer upset. I'm simply disappointed. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlov? Tell us exactly what happened last time. Kazu got owned. For real. It was a little after 1 in the morning. Kazuma! My friend, no way! You got owned by a cat! No way! I can't believe this. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Daka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. Are you okay? She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilators before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on your back of your hand, I take it? Yes, and I had read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Daka with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. Is someone help Hosonoka? Take him to a hospital for real. He's gonna die before the season is over. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it safe to try and lure the kitten back again by dangling the end of a toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Daka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. So the same whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in this diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. I can't believe we got sidetracked by the snake. We all thought it was a snake. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. Wait. There's something really big missing here though. Why does everyone have like a headache? Why does, you know how Inosuke couldn't wake up? And then everyone had like a pounding headache afterwards. So I feel like everyone still got drugged. So I feel like this isn't the true reason. I feel like there's something more. Wait, that was really bad. There's something more. But then I nearly passed out of shock. I heard her cry out, and then, oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally I feel like he was drugged beforehand from the food. Okay, it's like this. I feel like the drug was meant to make you pass out, like make everyone like fall asleep for a bit. And then the cat, while he was like in his like kind of like wobbly state, he like trips over the cat and dies. Kazuma was. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass barrel and tripping up. The SS barrier is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. Oh yeah, the writing on the floor! You're so right! It's ohashima, you're so smart. This isn't the whole truth. This is only part of the truth. There's more to this! Nah, this is definitely premeditated. Premeditated? 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 No, premeditated. The combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards? In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Your doctor is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she's disappeared once again. Gracious, that cat is insufferably restless as I am. Wow, he knows he's insufferable. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. Yeah, this BGM was kind of nice actually. When I woke this morning, I heard that, but I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. What does premeditated mean? It means it's planned. It's a planned murder. Yeah, the boa constrictor. Yeah, where did that thing come from? That's also another pet that wasn't allowed. I was too scared. Scared that they would... That's premeditated. Is it premeditated? It's not premeditated. Well, I need to search this up. Is it premeditated? Shit. Premeditated. Yeah, it's premeditated. No, premeditate is also a word. To think about and revolve in the mind beforehand. Okay. No, that's premeditate. What is premeditate? Premeditate is not a word, huh? Yeah, it's premeditate. Hehe. Oopsies. Premeditated. My bad. Scared that they would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? You're right, where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it? And where did it come from? What on earth is this dangerous creature doing on board the ship? That's his pet. Oh, I didn't say? Snake is my friend. His name Peronzo. Perozzo. Perocco? Perozco? Perozco? Hmm? What? What? Nani? That snake belongs to you? I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be so calm. Nani? I love how Miss Stroganov is petting the snake. Yeah. Very, very cute. Very nice. That snake belongs to you. He escaped from cage when an emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Haha. Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? Oh, there's so many mysteries. Well, we solved at least one part, like where you tripped up, but you definitely didn't die from that, surely. But animals are not permitted on board. Ha! We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend, without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? My dear burly fella. A gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. Piroshko does not have venom. Yeah, the boa constrictor type snakes don't have venom. He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He is adorable like Granny. Like Granny? What does your Granny look like? It's venomless? Yeah, you're stupid, Sherlock Holmes. Yes, now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Ha! Like they say they milked... Like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Piroshko eats mouses. Big, fat, round mouses. Snake-kun kawaii. Kawaii ne. Ah, oh, so... Is that what the mousetrap and the fastest way out there is for? Of course! How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Can't he just catch it himself? I'm sure he prefers live prey over dead mice. Nothing seems top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord. And it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Parashko has nothing to do with this incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. No way! Chotto matte kudasai yo! Chotto matte! That's not it! It's not it! Hold it! Miss Pavlova, I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you! Yurusenai-zo! What are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events, an accident. No, the truth is not what it seems. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. I think you're better than him. I think you're a bit more capable. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Ah, yeah, exactly. So true. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story. I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Suzato's right. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh. Scotland Yard! I'm only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles uncomfortable. Not again. When did he do that? Especially as you're on your wrist as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were Mr. Sholmes? You were Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. Why is it my job again? Yes, whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. Oh, my friend. Kazuma-sama. Kazuma! The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Is it to be continued? Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So then, shall we begin? Yes. What we should ponder first? What should we ponder first? Is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? This is what we must establish in the first instance. It was not an accident. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident. Mata! Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm stupid. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident. The fact that there's rioting here. I'm assuming it's this. Hi! The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left his message on the floor. That script is Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language, Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. She's so cute. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. I don't think Russian's that simple. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. If he died by accident, he wouldn't have time to write it. Sorry, what do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There is no way Mr. Sogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death! Instant death. Ah. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. He would have died instantly. Because he was already dead. Omae wa mou shindeiru! That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us were true. What? So Soto-san has noticed it too then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words. Ah, something else? One a.m. little past 2 a.m. I see. He was still writing in his diary. どっちなんだろう? Hold on, let me just read the history again. A remnant. Ah, there's something else we found in Mr. Sogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't have possibly be there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. Remnant? Remnant of something. A bell? Why did she only take half of it? I'm curious. これかな? I feel like she's referring to this. Maybe some comments someone else wrote in his diary. I'm feeling based on what she just said now, remnant of something that couldn't have possibly been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. Wait, let me think. Hold on. ちょっと待って。I think what doesn't make sense to me is that there's only half a barrel left in the, left on the floor as evidence. Like, what? How did only half get left behind and half get taken back into the cabin where she was? Remnant of something. That makes me think it's something physical. Yeah, it does. I'm gonna go with the bow. I'm gonna go with this. Hi! This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass bell the kitten had around its neck. We already know about all of that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. But then how would it carry it back? So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where is the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw. Fatal flaw! Nani? If that's really what happened. Then how did one half of the bell end up back here in the cabin? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. I'm so smart. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh no. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Sogi died last night in this cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth. In order to cover up his or her own guilt. Kya? Tensai da wa. Yeah, there was someone else present in Mr. Sogi's. Mata! You're wasting time. Oh my gosh, he has a voice actor too. Someone else was there? Duh, of course we know this. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out. Oh yes. And only other person in cabin when young student died was you. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian, there's no way I could have left that message. Oh my gosh, that's like so true. Not would have, there's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Alright, we get it, grammar police. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow, I speak the Queen's English. As I was saying. The person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor. In an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I'd been asleep in there the entire time. Oh shit, wait, do I have a... No. Can I... Wait, let me check my work schedule again. I keep having like this like fear that I've missed a meeting or something. Give me 2 seconds, please. Hi, Remishima. No, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was just being delusional again. It's really hard because like my work phone isn't, what do you call it? I have a separate work phone and then I can't see my schedule. Yeah. I used to have it all synced to one phone. It was a lot easier, but now I have to check my work phone separately and it's really hard having two calendars. Anyways, I'm fine, it's fine. I don't miss any meeting. I don't know why I have the sphere all the time now. Okay. And then the same person picked up the broken glass barrel that had fallen to the floor, for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the barrel away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions. No, but they wanted to make it look as if, you know, they're stupid. Ah, soka. Besides, can't you sync your private calendar to a work phone? I think the other way around will be difficult. No, I don't think so. Because I use Google Calendar, but work uses Outlook, and I hate Outlook. It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. Strike at night, classy. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item. You'll suspect me, don't you? Mata! I'm her dad. No, I'm kidding. Seaman Stroganoff. Nina's woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on the ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal! So that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was here in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective. You should know. Look, truth in eyes, cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin, not Nina, not anyone. No, it's because the ship was like wobbling and stuff, and it closes when the ship is like tilted. Or you want to tell me that crypt killer can walk through locked doors? Nyet! It's impossible. I bet the person has to be someone who's a sailor. The criminal has to be someone who's like sailing the ship, because otherwise they can't make the ship like do that turn thing to make it like, to make the doors bolt shut, like how it happened earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Might be able to add your Gmail account to your work Outlook app, just check stuff. Nah, it's not like that. It's like I use my personal phone more. I don't want to use my work phone. But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside. Red, are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too. But Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so... Susato-san, how could you shift the blame onto me like that? The seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, yes, it's a wall. How could you do that? In this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind without having used it before. I don't believe it. Look at the books on the shelf. Wow, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry. I believe you know what I mean, don't you? No, don't you? A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside. One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Shrooms means, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I'm smart. And so should you, you dumbass. Stupid dumbass, you've seen it before. Indeed we have. So would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across from the outside. Koreda! Hi! Look at the bookcase here. See how the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Man, I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I bet I could beat a 12-year-old at this game. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engine's thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe. Yes, it's what's known about the force of inertia. Acting on the objects. I did physics in high school. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Well, that isn't in her book at least. She only knows what she knows. Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. My heart. The bolt on the cabin door. Ah, it was very obvious. Was that a Monogatari reference? Yes, it was. It's Hanekawa. Hanekawa-san. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. Nandemo shiranai, shitteru koto dake. Hello, is anyone in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like Inspector Hosonaga. He's a murderer! And I'm kidding. Oh yes! That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of inertia. Inertia? Inertia? Did they misspell inertia? If you want to call it that. Are you trying to say that last night? Is inertia a word, or did they just misspell inertia? Yeah, they misspelled inertia. It's a spelling mistake. Everyone pointed out. Everyone laugh and point. Ha ha ha, they misspelled a word. Someone should report it. How are you trying to say that last night after Mr. Asogi was killed? Ah, using it to pretend that he doesn't know what it is. I see, okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was an idiot. It's because he doesn't know what inertia is. Probably has a typo in original text. Probably. Okay, that makes sense. He probably like confused it with another word because he doesn't know what it is. Okay, that makes sense. It says Buria made another emergency stop. When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Oh my. Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Are you out of your mind? You say Buria made emergency stop? It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room? Oh, it is simple enough. Why is every Russian named after food? Because they're racist. No, I'm kidding. Because, I don't know, it's easier to remember. They have a lot of like really stupid names in Ace Attorney. Everyone has like a pun name. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside used to trigger the emergency alarm? Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? telling you only to press the button in times of emergency. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. I see. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. I've done that before. The police came. What? It was you? When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. Don't tell me he pressed it. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier. It was like a big red button, okay? I was at my uncle's house. I was at my uncle's apartment. I pressed it, the alarm sounded, and I was like, it wasn't me. It was by accident. It was by accident. Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed! Whatever the occasion! He's a fucking idiot! He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship! I report you to cabin. You are in much trouble now. I'm reporting you to the sea police. Now, I'm sure that all that can wait until later. You're a child, right? Yeah, I was. Probably like, yeah, I was a child. No, I was like 10. Let us not overlook. Oh, what did he say? Let us not overlook the fact that we now have learnt a valuable lesson. When the missile makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin door slide closed. So, what we must now consider is it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Sogi. Did the ship make an emergency stop or did it not? You idiots! Burya is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop even in the middle of the night, there would be chaos everywhere! What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. Well, evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night. Ship's log. This one. Present. Hi! Seaman Stroganoff, it's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right? Dad, that is correct. Why? And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine! Da! You rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our own care with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances you write the phrase, nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log? No way. That is... because nothing happened. But nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report. Wouldn't you? Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 AM, something happened. Here aboard the SS Burya! Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting, this music is really good, that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish! I still have the theory that everyone was drugged or something. If I'm perfectly honest. Or maybe they were all fast asleep and they hit their head, but how did nobody wake up? Find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh, why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really happened, surely all of us would have noticed. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently. And the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anyone would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of the night. Yeah, people were drugged. What? No, that's a good point. What of the throbbing? My throb. I'm kidding. Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Oh yes, I've had a headache, you're right. Something else was... Oh, no, I'm kidding. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I expected. As I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing all day too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. Everyone was poisoned! Everyone was drugged! That's what happened. It's drugs. I can't remember anything that happened after I climbed back into the wardrobe. Where did it go? The first thing I noticed this morning was a throbbing pain in my head. And had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Shōgeki na jitsu. Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. You boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. Why'd you survive on? Oh, well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. Soka. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yes, in fact. I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right, he didn't touch it. Is that relevant? Shit, what of... My dear fellow. Does that not strike you? Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say... Holy shit, that there was something wrong with the chicken? So he was a... So, wait, hold on a second. So Kazuma was the only one who wasn't drugged. I do. No. Really, is that true? Really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. So there was poison in the chicken. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. So he was the only one who didn't eat the chicken. So he didn't fall asleep. And so they murdered him. A sleeping drug. Medium rare chicken. It's getting spicy now. It's getting spicy. Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one will notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely. Sonotori. The spicy chicken. The spicy medium rare chicken. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless every member of the crew was a conspirator! Mr. Sholmes! Wow, seaman? Seaman. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho 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 ho! Everyone was a murderer. This is like, and then there were none. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. Why did Chima say it like that? What, seaman? And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. Ha 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 ha, what does renegade mean? What does renegade mean? Mercury is in Gatorade. Renegade. Person who deserts a faith, pity, or party. A person who rejects lawful or acceptable behavior. Renegade. Okay. Please no more. I will tell everything. Eh? The face is so funny. His side profile is kind of funny. I'm disgusted about this ship. Calling Naruhodo a murderer and killing our husband Kazuma. For real. What? I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. Those crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked him to help me. We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia, Mother Russia, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. Well, why did you have to kill Kazuma? You're right, we put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. Boy, why'd you still eat it? Oh my god, are you a dog? Duh, we could not make all drug. How do you say it? Dissolve. He just... Okay, that's kind of on him. If he fucking... There was like a pill inside and he just like ate it. He was like, this doesn't taste good. Talk about heavy seasoning. Oh my gosh, that's on him. You know what? Yeah, Kazuma's death is my fault. At midnight in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. So it was... She was held by comrade inshore with smallest fishing boat. While all the passengers of the SS Beria slept soundly. Thanks to almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. Alright, Harry Potter. Hi, Slim Shima. He thought that's how foreign chicken tastes like. I hope you did doing well, Shima. I am doing very well, thank you. We're solving a crime. We're getting to the bottom of this. Wait, they added the drug to food and still ate it? Yeah. So that's what happened. I mean, they didn't drug themselves. They drugged every other passenger. The only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and people who dislike chicken. I have to say that isn't the best plan, especially if you haven't dissolved all the poison into the chicken. The newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case. And there would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Of course! Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of a sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yes. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. Can't believe I've been playing this game without BGM. I'm still not over that. You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point? What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. Omae da, Pavlova-san! And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. Sorry, I keep forgetting his accent. But I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. Ooh, I don't know anything. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas? But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. We also speak Russian. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. Oh, I know not. I was just trying to find my cat. Oh, a laudable trait. A what? A laudable what? A what? I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh yes? Do you hear it? The accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. You're a sailor? You're saying more than 2 sentences. I TLDR your speech. What sounds like low IQ. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. What are you talking about? For observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. Ha! So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? Why do you look so happy? He looks very excited. With observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said, of these two what the fuck? Prevaricators. Observation? If you remember, Miss Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely! You're delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, let's see what I can see. So, we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Oh boy, I'm gonna solve my best friend's murder. What suggests that someone else was there at the scene? Sorry, I'll stop it. Get down. Oh, what is that? What is that in the back? Nani kore? Oh. Look at this. It's some kind of stain in an unusual place. Yes, you're right. It looks like ink, if I'm not mistaken. Ink. Did you guys get dizzy? Haha. You guys are weak. That was a test as well. Look at the color. Dude, it's clear where this came from. Huh? It's clear where this came from. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? Ah, ink! It's Kazuma's ink, right? You know, I'm gonna go with the ink, because that's the most obvious one. Present! Hi! Ink stain. Kinda cool. I like the breaking glass. Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Seaman? Allow us to make it plain. It is a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. And I think what made it is clear. It indeed is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then. The evidence that proves what the stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is. I feel like such a kid, Seaman. Why do I keep saying Seaman? Seaman. What caused the purple stain? Let's see. Purple ink. これだ! これだ. He's a man from the sea. Yeah. Yes, it's this photograph and the ink it shows. Oh my god, I feel like this feels so good. Like when the music's like really cool and you're like continue. It's like a, what do you call it? What do you call it? I don't know how to say it. But it's like this flow is really nice. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink. A rather unusual color of ink, purple. Ah! Oh, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word for on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. Ha! If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin moments immediately after the ink was spilt. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. Now he's lying. I arranged everything in Dead Student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. He's protecting her. Then I pressed button to make Burrow do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. He's a simp. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please. You must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend. She's into furries. She has a friend who's a furry. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Then he broke neck and fell to the floor? She's into furries like someone we know. I don't know who you're talking about. Yes, that's right. So after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers. So do we, his name is Shima. There's another person called Shima? Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel. The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. Wait, so did he actually die from tripping over a cat? No way. What? When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you! When Nina opened the door of student's cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Oh my gosh, she's kind of hot. I love intimidating women. Well, Miss Pavlova, I can't read this. Yeah. Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but... Duh. He was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. Why do you guys know Russian? I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Cosmo's death at last? Really? I don't believe it. Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. This photograph. Yes, I took it myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated those events. Precipitation? It's like clouds. A kitten on which the victim stumbled. That's my favorite Shrooms pose, I get it. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. The way the body is posed? What? What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, wow. Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck. Yeah, the direction he's fallen on is weird. If he tripped, then it should be the back of his head, right? Why is he falling on this front? You can't die this way. He had time to write a message. Yeah, well, we got the fact that, like, this message was written by someone else. And he probably moved the body. So I guess we're trying to prove that he moved the body. Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of luck broke his neck. Which part of his photographic print seems unnatural? I would say the direction he's facing and also his finger. But I guess his finger can be explained. I'm trying to think about the game mechanics and how I should do this. I feel like it should be the neck, right? Should be the neck, but it's just the direction he's facing is wrong. And then the finger here. Unless, like, but technically you could have fallen on his back, and to make it look like, you know, it was Naruhodo who did it, they could have, like, just moved the body and placed it in this position, which we already, like, that doesn't fall out of line with, like, the logic, right? Yeah, anyways, I'll just put it here and see. If not, I'll do the finger. It must be here, surely. Allow me to offer you a piece of advice regarding the pursuit of detection mind. Oh my god, that wasn't it! Nandayo! They were open. It can be equally helpful to use them. Ah, Choa! No! No, I want full marks! Fuck! Fingertip, surely. That particularly crass detail was orchestrated by the culprit. No. I mean to identify another point. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. Would you land as the victim has? What of your hands? I guess she's trying to point out the finger. But like the finger, they could have just moved the finger. That's not like a... Yeah, okay. Obviously it's the finger, but like I'm more concerned with the way that, like, the direction he fell. Like, he couldn't die if he fell forwards, you know? You can't die from that. You can die if you hit the back of your head if you fall backwards. Okay, anyways, it must be the finger. No, shit! Ah, そっちじゃないか! Oh, the closed hand. Okay, it's a closed hand then. Okay, it's a closed hand. Ah, shit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, if it's not that one, it's a closed hand. Mendokuse na. It's probably the closed hand, the way he fell. No, but the thing is... Okay, this doesn't make sense in the first place, because you can't die if you land forwards like that. Anyways, this annoys me. I guess it's the fist fan. Quarter. Yeah, this part is kind of stupid. Alright, if you really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right. The exact same thought occurred to me. Like, this whole position is unnatural, okay? The fact that, like, there's a message written underneath, like, obviously the person would have, like, moved his body so that it would fit, like, it would look like he fell and, like, wrote the message, right? See? You know what I mean? Like, everything about that position is unnatural. And if all one's instinct is to open the palms flat, like, if he did that, he wouldn't have died. Like, if you fall forwards, like, no way you're gonna die unless you're, like, stupid or something. Unless you have, like, some kind of, like, I don't know, like, you had, like, a stroke at the same time. I don't think you'd be able to die that way. From tripping over a cat. Almost, you might say. As though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. Why were you looking at his fist? You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there? My dear fellow, Mr. Shrooms. Show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madam. What, would I keep you in suspense? This is what I found. Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Isn't that her earring? Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? It tells us nothing. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Isn't it her earring? Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answer with your own eyes. See? I'm so observant. I'm so smart. She has such petite ears among that beautiful hair, like little pink shells. Oh, what's that? Oh, that looks familiar. There's something dangling down from her ear. Yes, that is an earring. Wait, look! It's a crescent moon! Ah! There can be no doubt now, surely. Uncle Red, you're actually really slow. You're not scared. Miss Pavlova on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well. Ah! What? And on your other ear, there seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little link holding it must have broken, I suppose. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Damn, he really ripped out the earring from her ear. That could have been really bad. That could have been. Did he rip it out or did it fall? And he just like held it in his hand. Oh my gosh, that's really. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova. Miss Sasaki must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. You know, that could have ripped someone's like. That could have been really painful for her. Perhaps this moment before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Miss Dasogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Miss Dasogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Ah. Yeah. That's so dramatic. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Daka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Daka would not come back. All this music is sad. Knock knock. Who's there? Your mom. Your mom who? Clunk. What are you doing here at this time of the night, Inspector? Oh, I miss him, Kazuma! 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 I miss his the thing that would move around by itself. Kazuma! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Daka. Wow, he helped you to find Daka and you fucking killed him. And you promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again and I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah. He's friggin' dead, bro. Ah, of course, you're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Oh my gosh, is this why? Huh? No. I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing on the ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. Or I could kill him. I see. So you run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why do I think I could trust him? No! I hate this. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No, I hate this. No, it was all a misunderstanding. No, I hate misunderstandings. I can't believe Cosmo died because of a stupid bitch. You stupid bitch, oh my god. I can't carry on. Oh my god, are you serious? Dude, but like fair enough, I get it, I understand it, but also like please, you could have waited like 2 seconds. His friend was inside the wardrobe. Oh my god, it was all a misunderstanding. Fuck me. Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then Daka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And as he turned around to look at me, I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. It's Jova. For Kazuma, for real, it's Jova. I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. Man, the fact that Kazuma still thought of us in his last moments. Oh. And that's when you went to fetch help from Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. Zoe chapter 2, come on, I know. This is so sad. She was standing at the cabin door shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decide to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it. Kazuma just wanted to come to me. Kazuma. Sorry, I'm self-inserting as Yunosuke, but I'm basically Yunosuke. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes, I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway and Wardrobe still sleeping. Right, that when he found me. So he worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote that bear pub so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin and I finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Burr did indeed come to emergency halt a little after 2 AM. Thus enticing the bolt on the enticing the bolt on the cabin door. Enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bow cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? そうだな. そうだよな. Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of the night, Inspector? Ah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. There's an inspector. It's fucking... Oh, no, but the inspector's useless. Who said an inspector was his friend? Ah, yes, meaning me. Hozonaga's all Hozonaga's fault. He was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bow cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? Yes, Susato, stop. It just doesn't seem to make sense. Susato, yeah! Susato! Yeah! No bullshit, Susato, I love her. I mean, was Miss Nazoki really gonna pull the bow cord? She's such a girl boss. I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give away your secret, give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. No, he was walking to the wardrobe to find me in the closet. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? No! You're gonna make me cry! Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? Oh no! Oh, I'm actually gonna cry. First, consider the victim's location within this cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a long time in the wardrobe, but still, my time in the closet. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. I'm actually like, I'm getting teary right now. This is exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, if there's one thing I've learned today, is that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze of where it lands. So, when you turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? The wardrobe. My wardrobe. I was in there at the time, of course, sleeping soundly, too soundly. If only I hadn't eaten that chicken that was laced with the sleeping drug. Don't make me laugh right now. If only he'd woken me up, then maybe this tragedy would have never happened. Could Considering everything that had happened last night, suddenly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, this theme goes from being so triumphant to melancholy so fast. I know, it's really sad. What is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. Melancholy. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The lion, the witch. The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if between them they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. Oh, Kazuma! I'm sorry, really. I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Maria was finally laid to rest. If I see Kazuma's face again, I'm gonna cry. 9th January 7:14 PM. SS Maria, first class cabin. Passageway. There's no triumph or anything, just sadness. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Wouldn't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort it all out. Mr. Stroms can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganov? I wanted to help our angel, no matter what, but I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. Yeah, fuck you. I will go with Nina. I'll give myself to British police. That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste, but... Oh my god! Well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. We're going back to Japan? I did stow away. Ah, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's an illegal immigrant. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. Where my best friend died. Oh my god. It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. To think that only days ago, Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we'd tear up the streets of London. You know what I'm hearing in my mind right now? You know the sad version of the Detective Conan theme song? Like the slow jazz version with the person singing. And it's unfair that we didn't mean stow away from us. Dun 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 dun. That seems like a distant memory now. What's that? Is it someone weeping? Oh no. Susato-san. Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack. You know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. I still believe the eye animation's a bit funny. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over. Just like that. Susato-san. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. Dame da ne, dame yo, dame nano yo. And now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. He is. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now I know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Dade? Inspector, why are you here? My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed, and I caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. And I'll do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now, at least. Ha! Ah ha 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 ha! Not the noxious man again! Not you again, Sholmes! Fuck you! Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo? What? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. You can't even let me be sad in peace. Like, for real, this game doesn't let us be sad in peace. They're just like, haha, okay, next thing. Okay, your best friend died. Hee let's go. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Sholmes, not right now. I'm going to strangle Sholmes. Ayo. Without them, he's into BDSM. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore them. For old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway after all. He thinks this is funny. Seriously, they won't let us be sad in peace. Mr. Sholmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. Tips Fedora. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be? In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no, I don't care for me, but... Susato! Poor Susato-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna teach you how to be a lawyer. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. Hello, Jade the Ohashima. But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh my gosh. You really said, like, in your third world country, your qualifications don't matter. In the Great Britain, the Queen's land. Oh, but But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to go find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. I'm gonna be the lawyer, aren't I? Mr. Sato? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I've solved 2 cases already. I'm sorry, in that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. You reckon we could just do like an LLB in 3 years? Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? LLB in a month. Is I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days? Well, I'm a genius though. There's only one way to find out. I'd work my fingers to the bone, Inspector. Every single day. Your fingers? Will you let me try your fingers? The cover of the box proves I'm a lawyer. And if by the time we reach Great Britain I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. Why did they make Kazuma die? I'm so sad. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mr. Sato? Oh, what the hell? I'm in love. I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, 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 it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating. Duty and rules of a dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector! If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report. Ah, Kazuma. Why did they have to kill off Kazuma? Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer. I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this. Oh, Kazuma's sword. What, me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. His ribbon. Same as Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for generations. Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it, always. It doesn't even belong to her. Why is she the one giving it to her? Him. So then, Mr. Sato. Seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. Kawaii! She's so cute, what the hell? We shall fill every spare moment with study. Yes, that's exactly what I need. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you two. Goodness, what is it? What is it? What is it? Please throw me to the ground. What? 3 times! All of the times that she did it to me. I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would have never done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. Aww. Feeling deja vu tradition from the first game. It's the tradition of your best buddy to die. We can't hurt ladies. What the? But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. You know what? Violence against women is okay. No, I'm kidding. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away. We say gender equality in this house. No, I won't let you make excuses for me. Yeah, gender equality. Let's throw her to the ground. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you, and not just once, but 5 times. Huh. That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must. Just take hold of me and do it. And throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it. I'll throw you on the bed. No, I'm kidding. No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Jones. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling? Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique. Oh my gosh, she's Gojo. She's Jujutsu Kaisen. Shit, Jujutsu. Damn. She's gonna... Oh my god. She can destroy the curses, man. Oh my god. She's a grappler. Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, and believe me. How beguiling. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I am somewhat accomplished boxer. I'm not sure if that's boxing. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. You don't want to fight with Gojo Satoru? Yes, I'd be honored. She's gonna destroy him. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Madame? Oh, of course. Are you ready? Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, she's doing it on me. Hiya! Why is she doing it on me? As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Oh yes, arresting indeed, and that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it? She studied the art of yeet, for real. Actually no, that was a Susato squash. Susato squash, oh my god, how many are these? How many are there? Is this Prince of Tennis? Is it too late to go back to Japan? Yeah, for real. My groggy state of consciousness. Scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. No, this is where I cry. Karuma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. Kazuma! A Japanese man's sword is his soul, do not scare. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So his name compels the wielders to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling on that subject. There's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I know you wouldn't let me down. That important thing he had to do, I still don't know what that was. Why didn't he tell me? Oh, Kazuma. Well, I'm going to save a place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. In... Man, okay. Yeah, okay. Thanks for coming, guys. That was so stupid. It's like, I don't know, I think it's sadder because it's not even like you can get revenge for it. What do you call it? Like, what do you, like, there's no evil guy and there's no, like, it's not satisfying. It's just like, oh, it was all a misunderstanding and she killed him by accident. And now it's like, Kazuma's never gonna be back. So, I don't know, I feel very empty. But I have to ask the creators unironically killed Kazuma. I was waiting to get bamboozled the entire time. Yeah, well, in Ace Attorney, like, Maya in the first game also got killed. Was it Mia or Maya? Mia? Mia Fey, right? Yeah, like, Mia gets killed in the first game as well. Like, I think it's just like an Ace Attorney thing. Where your close, like, lawyer buddy gets killed. Please say psych. Mia, yeah. Yeah, but I'm just, yeah, it's really sad. Poor Kazuma. Especially the soundtrack during the scene where it was like, you have to point out where he was looking at. Wait, I want to find that soundtrack now. It's really, that part really got me. I could feel my tears welling up. I was like, no. No. It's just really sad. The Naruhodo curse for real. When your loved ones die, when your romantic interest dies, and you have to solve the murder. And it's just so... How did he die so easily? Like, she just pushed him into something and that was it? Like, there was a cat and then she pushed him into like something and then he just died. Kazuma, you're too weak. It's a skill issue. He's too weak. I guess we have to go on with this game. The thing with this game is, like, even though someone dies, it's like they don't spend a lot of time trying to make it dramatic or sad or anything. They're just kind of like, well, he's dead. Oh, we have to move on. We have to go to Great Britain to continue on his legacy. And it's like, all right, okay, give me some time. I need to mourn his death first. Like, there's no time to be sad in this game. Yeah, his head hit the bed frame. Like, how? Is it that easy to kill someone? He landed right on the bed pole. Yeah, I guess, like, maybe it was just, like, the position and stuff. See that? He's unlucky. Yeah, there's no breaks. It's just, like, just keep going. No stopping. But yeah, thank you for coming to watch my stream today again. I'm very sad now. I feel like I'm going through it. Sometimes people die in the easiest way, sometimes people don't. Yeah, there's like people who like slip in their bathtub and die. Like, there's lots of dumb ways to die. You could die choking on a chicken bone or something. Yeah, head up and try to move on. Yeah, we can get through this. Going to work and work sad sucks though. I know, I'm just kind of like, Kazuma. The fact that Kazuma was like helping her out as well. Like, he was just being kind to her and then she like mistook that because she's a kid and she's dumb. Yeah, thank you. Also, I did say, remember the flag competition. Shima flag competition. This week is your last week. I mean, until the end of this month, I said, I think I said until the end of this month, but please submit something soon. And also, also, like, what do you call it? I think you've seen on my Twitter as well, but I've made like a loyalty card for people who donate coffees to me, who pay their taxes. So yeah, if you pay your taxes, you can, and you pay enough taxes, then you can claim some rewards from that. And I will get around to doing that for people who have already messaged me. So thank you for the taxes. Yeah, try to make it, just make anything. It can be like really shitty. It doesn't have to be good, okay? The point of it is just so that it's fun. It's not like, maybe I'll use it, who knows, maybe I'll actually use it. Ohashima everyone. Thank you for coming, and we'll continue on with this. Now I'm feeling like a certain, like, I don't know how I feel anymore. Kazuma, rest in peace. Ohashima, thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your day, or good night, evening, morning, wherever you are. Anyways, thank you, bye. See ya. 私は